Hello? 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 How are we doing? Happy Halloween, everybody. Mikey, thank you for the... what did you do? You did a little cutie resub with Prime. Thank you, Mikey. Hope you have fun at work, despite it being work at the moment. But happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. Mikey, thank you for being first as well. Thank you for claiming your daily sausage roll and for your quiet little lurch. Mikey's lurking, Mikey's working. But thank you for being first and stuff. We're going to play cities today, but... because I meant to play it on Wednesday, but we didn't get to do that. Because the game's broken. And so I couldn't load my city up on Wednesday when this new update came up. But we're going to play it now, and I will jump over to this window and we will play cities. So we can let the time flow, and there's some updates in this that's going to make our population crash. So we just have to let that do that. But we have got access to all this harbour-y stuff now, which is cute. And proper ferries, which is lovely. And I think over here we've got kind of oil industry and fishing industry. So I think we got that. I'm not sure if this map has any oil on it though that we can access offshore, so that's a bit unfortunate. We could add some of these and them just not be productive at all. That would be fun. And then we've got some bridges and stuff. Hi Jace, I'm good, thank you. Happy Halloween. Oh, we have a poop issue. What is happening with our poop? Bye Jace. But yeah, we're gonna do city skylines with spoopy vibes. So I think that will probably help us. I don't know why it's not doing well. Maybe it's that lack of stuff. This song just makes me want to watch 13 going on 13. But yeah, we got a whole harbour port thing we can do now. Which is kind of cute. I did forget to remove that. I wonder if we can actually remove this little bit now. No, it's just going to be there permanently. But maybe that's the first thing we can do, is put back in our ferries, because we know we had that, and that's very simple. To just put back in some kind of ferry service around here. I think we can do that first, before we start getting deeply involved in stuff. I also want to replace this bridge definitely with one that opens and see that effect on the traffic. Another thing that's changed is the sound for the industry that's here is wider now. It goes further. So we have an issue with this old industry in the middle of the city. That's probably going to have to come out. Doesn't matter over here because there's literally no homes around that, and the same over there. So we do have to be careful now with our industry. So it's probably a good idea if we just come in and just like completely dezone all this. It won't disappear straight away because of Plop the Gorbals mud, but yeah. But I wanted to start a little bit early today simply because I have the week off and I'm sat here dressed like a cat, and I might as well be streaming. So that should be all of that taken out. That was commercial anyway. Oops. Oh, apparently I can't demolish this because of that bridge over there. I wonder if there's something wrong with the Anarchy mod where it's not got this because I can't demolish any of that. Because apparently that all affects that road. But let's just take all the stuff out that we can. That is a thing, that is an office, so I probably shouldn't remove that one. But I did because I was halfway clicking it. Because I did want to redevelop this area. And it's kind of needing me now to say that it should actually be some kind of nice waterfront. What is that under there? Oh, it's a post office. You can live. So a different way of doing this would be to just put a road in. There we go. So that will eventually go away. And we can redevelop that area because we are going to get rid of this as well. At some point. Because what I'm thinking is we can move this harbour here up to somewhere possibly, and we could just like turn all this into an actual harbour or something. Because we have this craziness to deal with all the trucks, we could link into this and have all the truck traffic come in, and then this is basically the whole harbour area or something. Maybe we could widen this out so that we can get across onto this side of the map and whatnot. Have a shipping route come that way, one that way and stuff. And then turn this into a harbour area or something. But we harness our lovely truck management. Or summit. But right, first thing I wanted to do is get these ferries back in. So annoyingly we can't do anything before we put the depot in, so we can't even plan it out. But the old depot was here, and unfortunately this depot is huge because we just had a little tiny boat building on here, and now we've got this giant thing. So I'm thinking that I can put it here or something. We can sort this out a little bit, but we need to get a road from here under here. We're losing less people now, which is good. So if we move that all the way to there, and then I'll probably add another lane on that bridge anyway. And then this hopefully can be elevated like that. We might have to redraw that anyway. And then we can draw in anything under that. They have changed the roads as well, which is amazing. The little white stuff that was on the middle of the road with all the lanes on it has been reduced, which is cute. So we're going to have a little kink in this road. It's kind of okay, but not really. Should we just do that? Like that. Looks a little bit more sensible, she says. It doesn't. It looks weird. Kind of want this to mirror the angle of the water. Kitty cat is here. Hey, Penny. Come to see Mama Cat. Hi, Woody. How are you? How's it going? Kitty cat is here too. Kitty cat has come to say happy Halloween to Woody. There you go. How are you, Woody? Go on the floor, please. Happy Halloween, Lovey. How are you? You haven't missed anything yet. We're just starting. We're just thinking about putting some ferries in. There is Cat. Yeah. So I want to get this road down here because this ferry depot that we've got is freaking huge. It is freaking huge. So we basically I want to put it on the end of here, like this. Not tried a lot of DLC stuff out yet. I wanted to, as I said, I wanted to stream on Wednesday when it first came out, but Plot the Growables was broken and it was just going to kill the city. And I didn't really want to start a new one, so I was just like, I want to go live and I can't. So here we are, armed Halloweens, getting the go. I have had to remove the industrial that was in here because it was causing sound issues, which have all cleared up now, thankfully. We've still got death issues. What am I doing? That and this. Right, can you just tell me how much I need to do so that I can put this building in? There we go. So if can I now come back in here and flatten that out? I can. Lovely. Lovely. So this is gonna let us put our ferries back in proper, and this is a bit squiffy. Why is that in the middle of there? Why has that done that? Can we This might be dangerous and might break stuff. Can we redraw this and it work? No, because you won't even let me click on the thing. Go above it then. Road bridges are still as rubbish as ever then. Yeah, I don't want you to put a thing in the middle, literally do it properly. Hopefully we can just get this in. Nope, of course not. Perfect, just delete a bit and it goes in. But I hope you're good, Woody. We've had a good week. Right, that's that sorted. Now we can actually try and get to put in our thing in. Oh no, what we need to do first is sort out these bits for the ferries, because this is a key wall ferry. Okay, this is a huge ginormous ferry terminal, and this is just a little shoreline thing, which is probably going to work for us. Because it's very similar to what we had before. So can we squizzle this so it's in the middle? Hi Pen, you're going to have to behave today and not stand on the desk constantly. So that's that one, and then over here we had another in here. Our little area of over here. Glad it's Friday. I feel that. It's annoying. I have to go back to work next week. This is a little bit different to how we had before. So we're gonna have to be careful. And can we? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? It is a thing. Yay. Prop. Erase. It would be nice if you were rotating. I don't seem to have the line tool installed. That's where I'm going wrong anyway. Let's try that again because I think I mucked that up. By using the same thing. There we go. And then back in here. Let's do this one. It was lovely. Oop, clunk. And then, was it them? Nope, it wasn't them. Was it these? No, it wasn't. Which bloody bush is it? Let's sneak another one now. So that's 2. And then there was the one that was over here. So I think we should just be able to pop another on here. Will that just go on straight on that? Ish. We should also now have this little key wall road, which won't work. Question is, why is that going uphill? Anybody?
And the streak continues.
Woody, thank you for the streak. Nope, that did not work. doing that, so can we then squizzle you this way? Like that. This is going to be easier when we actually build a city from scratch with all these things, rather than the crowbarring in stuff with mods and whatnot. So there we go. So we got this little thing hanging off the edge. We started a new vanilla city. Let's go. I am wondering if we add in another thing over here somewhere, maybe on this side. And I might go with, well, I can't go with them, I have to go with these. But if we add in these, these little ones along here, and did we have one all the way up here? We did, because we got the road here. So go there. Notice way more traffic now. Yeah, there's a lot. I think I was watching City Planner Plays, and they were saying that there's all the buildings now have trucks and stuff going to them for all the upgrades and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't really work. So let us go back with this little one. Perfect. Oop, it's created a great hole in the wall. In the water. Can we get a little path? And then we do have over here where we had one. So we might as well go all the way around the island, I think. Can probably do one of them. Lovely. And then we should do like one over here and then one here somewhere. So maybe we've got a bus stop anywhere. Unknown. There's a bus stop. Let us combine these together. So people can get off the ferry and then get on the bus. And then down here, got this little pier, but we can add a ferry stop, and then over here we can add another one. It's kind of close to that one, so maybe we don't do that one. We do it over here. And we got a bus stop, so that's perfect. Like that. So we've got all these little bitty bobs. And we could we? Do we want to put one here? I might put one there. And it's not going to have any access at the minute, but we will hook that up. Then we need to pop in our route. And I am gonna follow the edge of this. I'm not going to do that actually. We are going to come this way. I'm going to unpause as well. So we're going to come into here. Like that. And then we're going to come back around this way. And then this way, have we got a little gap under the bridge? We do. And the benefit of doing this, going all the way around the outside of the island, is the fact that none of the bridges that they put in cope with going, or cope with little short distances like that, unfortunately. So we would end up with boats doing like they used to do, which is crash through roads and stuff. And we probably just need to build an entirely new city with bigger canals and stuff next time. But maybe we can do that on this other side of the city that I want to work on over here. I'm literally going to build the Panama Canal, I think, and put a big massive canal in that actual ships can get through and stuff, I think is my plan. And then we can finally hook up with our thing there. We need a little route out of this. I think maybe we can do this. And we can't see because it's so shiny. If we do that, this my plan for this harbour area, we can leave open a ship route here. And then we might need to change our causeway a little bit, but this rail bridge is going to go. Kitty cat, hello. Happy Halloween, my love. Good afternoon. So we have a ferry route now. But happy Halloween, my dear. I'm dressed like a cat. Well, it's dark outside now, isn't it? So. And it's past 5 o'clock, so I would say that it is evening. So we have all of our ferries in, our route in. So now we just need to put our route in. Ooh, we haven't connected to that. Okay. Do that. Evening for me is 5 PM. Yeah, because that's when I finish work. Right, so we'll put in our little ferry route. So I'm going to start here for no reason. And we're going to come this way. Have we got two little things? No, it's just the one. Lovely. And then it goes all the way around into this one. Ooh, it's nice and green and spoopy. Like that. I have missed one. It was there. Do you have any plans for your Halloween, kitty cat? What are my plans for Halloween? Apart from this, absolutely nothing. This is my Halloween. Being here with you is my Halloween. Get shit-faced drunk and watch the commentary. Cute. I love that. That sounds like a plan. Excuse me. I might put in a little ferry that just goes around that ring, just to kind of get the more boats coming in here and stuff. So if we put in like a little cut across here like that, and I'm literally just going to put another route in here. You might have 2 bottles of Jaeger in the fridge and no mixer. Oh dear. Oh dearie me, kitty cat. That's not very well good blend. That's so bitchy. I don't think I've ever drunk a Jaeger. Right, so we have Eastgate, Ferry, Eastgate Ferry. What way did this go? Clockwise. That way. Eastgate Ferry. Counterclockwise. And then this is just the Bay Ferry. Let's make one red, one blue, and one bright pink. Actually, let's go with the green because it's spooky. Slime green colour. And I'm pretty sure we can not do anything. I thought we could change the vehicle type. Does not seem so. Can we do it up here? No. Fine. So we have 1 billion ferries. It's a ferry traffic jam. So hopefully they're going to space themselves out. What did I do them the right colours I expected? No, I made the bow ferry that colour. Right, that'll do. Do the cool kids still drink Jaeger today? It would appear that they do. It would appear that they do, Woody. I'm sure Keeney's a cool kid. Right, so next thing I want to do, as we completely ignore all of the issues in the city, is... Ooh, have I broken... Not even my truck, not even my fantastic truck system can cope with the amount of traffic. Not even my amazing fantastic truck system can deal with this amount of trucks. Hopefully it's gonna calm down a bit. Because it's also causing mischief over here. I am going to decommission this, and we will get rid of the root. It comes into it. Flaming sambucas. I have drunk a flaming sambuca. So yeah, we got no roots now because I took it out, which is good. So all these trucks are going to go, oh no, we can't go anywhere now. But this is going to get decommissioned and we're just going to have lovely residential and stuff now on this island. Because that's what the game is telling us to do. Right, next job is pause this. And we're going to trash this bridge. If we can, please, game. Thank you. Because our lovely new bridges let us have opening bridges. So we should be able to have this be much lower. Whoa, look at that. Why is that doing that? That's crazy. That was crazy. So we have that, and what we've got at the minute is asymmetric. You're not eating anything today, so that'll be fun. Well, be careful, kitty cat. Have some lovely grub in your belly, even if it's just toast. We should be able to put a bridge across, but we need to do it without any key. Bloody funeral home. Well, there we go, a much smaller bridge, which is far more pleasant. We might as well have... Can we have this come all the way into here? Because I want to get the same bridge supports all the way along. Lovely. And that actually works out for the math here. You might get a fat Domino's. Perfect. Amazing. That is a smart choice. Papa John's. Domino's for the freaking win. Gotta line that stomach kitty cat. Then you can drink more. Then you can drink a sensible amount. Kitty says no to Papa John's. That'll do. Lots of lovely colours. All these folks are going to go splat on the road. Blonk. But a lovely, lovely bridge. I'm not sure if we're going to have anybody come out of here in a boat tall enough. I'm interested to see what happens with these ferries. And we'll eventually get over our annoying ferry queue. You literally can't get out of there because that person's blocking it. Bloomin' ferries. You can go down there anyway. Is that person literally blocking you? God, the tunes are on point. Yeah. Well, obviously, if you want to add anything, you can add stuff. But this is a playlist called Halloween playlist, but actually good. Because we're doing spoopy vibes. We've got a little bat up here, a little spoopy bat friend. We gonna have different colour scheme. I'm dressed like a cat. The whole thing. And that camera goes crazy. Right, if you all pull forward, can you now go? Yes, perfect, amazing, lovely. You went to Home Bargains yesterday? Wow, kitty cat, that is the high life. What did you buy from Home Bargains? You saw an outfit you wanted, but hey, you couldn't afford. Aww. What was the outfit, kitty cat? What was the outfit? What was the plan? Are they all literally still coming in? Just a witch. That's a solid choice. Nope, it doesn't need to open for these folks. But that's alright. 16 quid. Ooh, that's pricey. Come on, Home Bargains. Do better than that. We got literally no low density residential demand, so cute. Not very often we have that. What's going on here? Lots of traffic. Don't quite understand why we still have that road there. Where are you all coming from? It feels like they're sneaking through from somewhere. You know your friend is being a femboy catboy mate. Cute. Let's go. I'm a little bit cat mate going on here. I'm not a femboy though, but I've spent far too long on E to be a femboy. Plus I'm well old. Do you like my hair, kitty cat? What do you think? Should I go just fem? Exactly. I ain't no boy. What would you reckon, kitty cat? Got little cat ears on. It's good. Cute. Let's go. I've got a fringe. Not used to a fringe tickling my eyebrows. There are lots of traffic going on. They're just stopping for no reason. So I'm hoping that if we just leave the traffic, it'll sort itself out. Because I don't feel like there's any glaring issues. There, we got a fire. There's a fire brigade right here, so that's perfect. Whose house is this? This is the Denny house. There's a lot of you folk in this house. It's a very small house for 8 people. Adult, teens. Wow, you've got 6 kids. Jeffrey, get off of Diane. Jeez. Jeffrey doesn't even have a job. Jeez, Jeffrey, get a freaking job. Is it cold for you all the way up north? It's all right. It is chilly. It's getting colder. You can feel it and stuff. Oh, I meant to remove that. Kitty cat. I meant to remove that, kitty cat. Just come over here a sec so I can actually see what I'm doing and mess my hair up. And I'll be a cat tanuki. Jeez, kitty cat. Okay, now I look super cute. This is all your fault, kitty cat. This is all your fault. Pesky kitty cat. I'm actually going to take that off because I don't want to stretch my hairband. What time is it anyway? It's 24 minutes past. You got 10 minutes of tanuki. Bloody Jeffrey. No wonder your house is rubbish. Go get a job. Why is it spelt differently? Why is it Denny with a Y and then the family is Denny IE? confusion. I'm going to follow Jeffrey. Should we stalk Jeffrey? And we can also stalk that little kid, Drummond, who is a student. Where is Drummond? At home. Doing not a lot. Are they all just at home? Damien is on his way to work. Diane is at home. Wow. How do you get quick Reddit karma? What kind of karma are you looking for, kitty cat? And what is Reddit? Oop, we have no workers. They want poorly educated people. Well, people should just stop going to school then. I don't think they're kind of neglected schools anyway. You should have no problem getting people. But this truck stuff is not looking good. This literally can't get enough capacity to get people in and out. So I wanted to check something anyway before I start thinking about building a port, which was how, if we can, because this lovely port building stuff we have now is you have a port entrance building like this. I presume that we can put normal roads on the inside like that, so they don't have to be the port roads, because then we could put this at the entrance here. What are you? You are the you with the thing for the bus depot and garage, so I think you've probably not got enough buses anymore. So we'll think about that. I'm just going to cause a bunch of issues for a minute, I think. Yeah, because these houses are just getting snapped up. Right. So, let's have a little think a sec. Pause a second. And we are gonna... How big are these things? I think that gives us 3 entrances, and this one's just gigantic. if we could do this, where that comes in, and we rejig this so that we have a route coming past this and into the port area that I'm going to build. So let's get rid of that. Come back to this, put the medium port in. And that gives us 3 roads in. And we can basically up all of this. That. So I've got 3 roads coming in there, and that comes into there like that. This is all just a bit squiffy and we need to rework it, but it's fine. And then these are going to come out of here and into there, like that. This gets upgraded like that. And we're going to say no right turns. And there's going to be none of that. And honestly, this can be highway. Like that. And do we not have a thing in there anymore? Kind of tempted to just do that. And then we have this pipe under here. I think we can connect up into that. So like that. I'm gonna squizzle this point so it's straighter. Let's get those up separated a tad, like so. An extra lane gets created in the middle, which is lovely. Like that. And then this is going to become 3 lanes coming this way, but we're going to use our port road, hopefully. 2 lane. So you give us a thing that's got 3 lanes in it, and then you only give us road type. That does not make sense. Great, so let's do this instead. 3 lanes going this way. I'm gonna take that off of there because we are gonna upgrade this to be 2 lanes coming in this direction. So take that off of that. I'm going to take turn this into a one-way alley. It's kind of hard to see now. So we just need to handle getting back out again. But this then is gonna need a little rejig anyway. So we come back to here, I think. And we come back to here. And we will curve this into this. Like that. And then this is gonna curve into this. Now this could be a port road. You're huge. New then. On highways. Do that. So we've got 3 lanes that becomes 2, or 2 and 1, and goes into there, and then anybody wanting that goes into that, and we then have our port that starts kind of here. And I'm going to come under here, but also this is all just going to be port. And now to get back out again is the question. That is the question on everybody's lips, is how to get back out. I can take off my tanuki head. Yay. Thank you, kitty cat, for my tanuki head. It's made my head incredibly hot now. Let's get my cat ears back on. Lovely. Right, so do I need to do this for all of these things? If I not use anarchy, I would hope. What roads do we actually have? 3-lane asymmetric. So we've got an asymmetric road, and we've got a 4-lane one-way, but we don't have a 3-lane one-way. Hi, Pen. Bye, Pen. Right, so this road here needs to have, it kind of needs to be this asymmetric. Like this. Because it's going to give us our exit road. Like this. And we're going to say no right turns there, thank you very much. Or is that not going to work? Because apparently this doesn't work. Okay. We'll get there, folks. We will get there. Perfect. And we don't need traffic lights because there's literally nothing happening. But that's all exit road. And that's the entrance. And we just have to somehow try and get rid of these without demolishing any road by accident. Because apparently my bulldozer isn't here. The better bulldozer mod that I installed apparently is not here. So we're just going to delete all this stuff. But we do need to work out how all these folks can get back out again. Whether they can simply just enter onto this here and it'll work fine. Because they are spread out afterwards after they've come back out again. Which is fortunate for us. So if we just came back out again. We will have to see if we can get away with that. We certainly don't need traffic lights. Jessie, thank you for the follow, my dear. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. And do this. There we go, that is kind of attacked. So if we do that, hopefully nothing is going to break. Except that, apparently. Just wondering, do we want to do that so that we can get the electricity working that way, like that. It's not the end of the world. I don't need traffic lights though, game. Don't always need to put traffic lights in. They're doing lots of stupid lane switching. Does this only have 2? I thought it had 3. Oh. So all this capacity I've put in, I don't actually need it. Well. So that is 2b2, so we will simplify this end then, like this. And then this can just be that. Or not. What's going on here? There's something in here. There's something going on in there, which I might need to just delete some stuff. And I can't do this apparently. Yeah, there's an extra thing in there. So, let's get this. Let's get rid of all that. That. And then this here to up here. Looks god awful. Can I get that there? I can't delete because of all this. Oh, stupid. Anarchy needs an update. Can somebody update Anarchy, please? This one going there. So you want to turn right, so you're not definitely not going to be allowed to turn right, so never do that, please. You can't turn right, so please don't do that. Right, we're just going to remove everything. Because I think it was just the unsafes that were confusing me. There we go. So, yeah, there we go. So, annoyingly, this did not have as much capacity as I thought it did. I thought it had 3 lanes, and it does not. It has 2. But I think everybody's coming here because this is literally the only place they can come into here to export stuff. we are going to build a port. We just need to figure out how. I'm going to also need to get a route down the middle of this. It would make sense though for us to grab these with our mini riches. And we're going to do a crazy bit of terraforming. And we are literally going to come in and make this suitable for boats to come into it. Yeah, noise pollution is worse. I think just these like random little houses that I built are very unhappy now. You gotta go, it kind of ruins a bit of the fun. Luckily the farms and stuff don't produce enough. That's why I had to get rid of all this stuff here. So I think this is what we are going to do. I'm going to grab this height here and we're going to use that for our port. And then we'll bring that on to this side as well. I'm not going to do it too deep. I kind of just want as much waterfront real estate as possible, but not make it too drastically deep. So it's kind of a long, thin harbour, and then these sections up on this side are going to be the larger, more open areas. So we're going to respect some of this stuff, and then we're going to get rid of some of these bumps. And then we will try and figure out what shape it needs to be. But we should be able to pop in like this. I kind of just want to go straight out there. I don't want any messing around. Just kind of chose us. I was hoping nope, can't put that on. That one, yeah, there we go. I can stay a little slip there, but then this needs to do this. And that kind of sorts that out. But then that looks like it's going to be a square with a little kink on it. So, shall we kind of try and get more finessing about this then? Because I don't find key walls the most enjoyable thing to put in. They look nice, but they're not necessarily enjoyable to stick in. If that did something like that. On this side, we do that. What's happening with this bit? Kind of would make sense to get rid of this. If that came off like that. And honestly, this just needs to get out, and we just do that. Because what I might do is kind of then dig back into this. Like this. That. And then we should get rid of this entirely. And this highway isn't necessarily high trafficked, or at least it's very free flowing, so we can potentially do a bridge that opens for this. It's going to get opened a lot, so maybe this gets turned into a tunnel perhaps under the harbour. I think they probably do that in real life. But the next thing I want to do is let's get rid of some trees, and I try and remember where the trees are. Bigger. Let's get rid of all these trees that are fading away. So we can see what we are dealing with. These are all going to get concreted, so it doesn't need any of this. Get rid of the trees that are in the water. Right, so we are going to actually use our port road. So this is our key wall. We will not use anarchy. Lovely. Lovely. 2-lane port road. Lovely. Get that upgraded. Let's use a bit of anarchy to do that. And then get rid of anarchy again. This is our key wall. Let's get rid of that 2 guidelines. Because it's not actually anything. Do we want it to be square? that, and then okay, key all to here, and then we will switch back to this. Such an odd thing. So odd. There we go. This is port area number 1. I think we can probably we got a bus coming around here. It doesn't look like that there's a back entrance to this. Okay. Yeah, so this makes sense because this needed to go down to 2 anyway. So it needs to be that one. And then this is 2 and 1, so it's this. But we have a port asymmetric that's 2 and 1. Is that going to be too big? Okay, it's just about figuring out all these different roads. That's annoying. Let's do that. Let's get rid of these because they're going to need to move. And then we've got this little bit here. If we get rid of that, it's going to turn the right colour. So, what can we do? A little one-way road. Like that. Okay, so this is knowing that it's an exit exists, so we're going to do that over here. And we're just literally gonna put in a secondary exit, or we can't do that. I thought there was another exit, or is it over here? It is an upgrade in here. Is it? Oh, we have to transport a certain amount of goods. Ew, I hate that. Why have you done that? Why have you done that, game? Why have you put those behind that? That is a stupid choice. Anyway, this bit. And then what we're doing is this asymmetric. very hard to see. No, it's this. And then this bit is this. Like that. And then we're going to replace this with that. Do you think there's a traffic light or something? Or are you just stupid? Oh great, they're stupid. Yay. Right, you're going to cope with this. Don't know why it's putting crossings in a port, but there we go. So you figured that out. Thank you, game. Right, so I don't want necessarily. Why are you not broken? Ugh. I'm glad I've got a PC that's capable of handling this much traffic, because my other PC would have crashed. I don't necessarily want the main route for all this stuff to be the waterfront. So I want to put in, and I'm annoyed that the key wall is 2 lanes, but not much sure we can do much about that. I want to put in a road that kind of is on the back of this. So we've got this, and then I'm going to flatten this out like that. And honestly, this can all be key walled. And we just flatten all that out and get it looking sensible. Then this road here is going to continue out this way. Let us pause a sec if we're going to do this, Because we're going to need to get rid of these electricity pylons apparently. They didn't go anywhere, I don't think. It was they're into here. They do go somewhere. Okay. They go to there. Okay, we will put those back in. But this road, I hate the fact that it's in here. It needs to come into there like that. Lovely. Right, so we might as well put in some stuff to actually get the port working, because apparently we need to have a port working in order to be able to put in another entrance. Let us get this electricity hooked back in there. Literally, yeah, let's just do it underwater. No point stressing. Right, this, click over here. We have a container crane, which fits just about there. This is a customs office that clicks on that. What do you do? Do you help it get in? No, you don't speed anything up. And then we got all these little thingy bobs that we can do. So I think we will do this kind of thing. A 4 deep you are. Perfect. Let's get you squidged that way. Let's get this all looking good. That's coming out anyway. Here we go, and then this can then get hooked back into our shipping lane stuff. No, it's over here. This one, lovely. Anarchy, apparently. Are we gonna have stuff there? Right, so we do have now a little bit of port stuff. Let us get in a route and we can get shipping stuff out again. And it gives people a little bit of a different option. Where do you go? This is the question. Calhoun Falls, so we might as well. I just want you to have a little tiny cargo ship. Though technically you could probably have a big one. Let's give you bigger ones, because I think you being on the outside is probably better for bigger ones, and then like the little ones can come into here and stuff. That feels like an appropriate thing to do. This is just ridiculous. I don't really need this anymore. Should we replace all of this with Port Road? Do we wonder? Get rid of them. What happens if we try and put a cul-de-sac on here? A little roundabout. You don't understand that, apparently. So we'll just leave that as it is. So how are you doing your little thing? You're carrying absolutely nothing. And these are cute. Do you obey the laws of the road, or you just do whatever the heck you want? You just disappear, okay. Let's pop in. Do that. I don't need this to camera. So how many goods have we now shipped? 87,000, and we need 10 million. It's not that slow then. These are little tank thingies. So I think I decided that this is gonna become a tunnel, hopefully. So this is gonna be tricky. Slope from there to there just for the minute. Right, so highway, 2-lane.
And maybe I shouldn't say this because I know it's a terrible cliche, but it's true. I find it easier using my hands, but you may use whatever implements you prefer.
Kitty cat, thank you for claiming your daily sausage roll, my love. Please enjoy it with one or both hands. Hope you're still doing good. Might hope you got a pizza or something. What was that, 22% incline? Not yet. Okay. Oh, starts at 9. Oh yeah, because it's still the afternoon at the minute anyway. I'm preempting myself. Here's Grandma wanting to go have a nap. Do that, which is super ugly. And then we could probably actually actually upgrade that like that. Oh, not like that. Like that. Like that. Lovely. Then this needs to be 3 lanes, because then we are doing that. What are you doing? I think we might need to redraw that a little bit underground. Oop, it just does something stupid. Tunnel. Tunnel. Oh dearie me. Who would have thought building a tunnel would be this difficult? No, it doesn't work. We need to come up to the thingy bob. And this is why I never build tunnels in city skylines. Okay, you've done something weird there. Oh, game. Yeah, I'm not destroying half this road just because you've decided that that's now a problem. Tunnels are very annoying, Woody. I don't know why they haven't got something decent that actually works. I'm aware I'm trying to do it in quite a small space as well. Because the other option is obviously to put a bridge in. But I won't want to do that. Wiggle. No game, thank you. I think the most sensible thing is to just not have any boats go underneath the thing, or at least only have small boats come in underneath, and keep the cargo separate, so anything coming from this side of the map stays on this side of the port, and anything coming from this side of the map stays on this side, because I don't think we're going to be able to get this looking good as a tunnel, or at least I can't. None of these bridges want to go long enough on the diagonal. We could combine them into one. Then that wants to be like this tall. Which is not reasonable. It's tiny. Wonder how much everybody would hate us if we put that in. In fact, it's just blankly refusing. do that. It's going to do that here. Can we do this and fudge it? No. No, we can't fudge it with messing with anarchy. This one again. No. Is it hilarious to make you're moaning about that railway up there? The fact that we can't put this in because it doesn't go long enough. You're going, come on, Paradox, build a flexibly sized bridge, please. Okay. The prison's wet now. Let's go. Let's put everybody in prison. Oh, this is a pain in the butt, everybody. Fact is, only the old bridges that kind of worked and now don't, because I've messed with this area. I've buckled it up. Before no one went to prison, now you have 6 inmates. Let's go. Let's go to prison. Go directly to jail. Do not must go. Do not collect £200. Doing our porridge. I think we're gonna have to get rid of that. Just a minute. So that I can try and get a bridge back in here. Because it is just moaning constantly. Oh, you hateful game. There we go. I like the fact that those pillars have landed on that. It probably won't stay that way in a second. Stupid freaking game. How anybody could play this without having mods on, I don't know. No, don't do this to me. I'm raising you. Why are you going down? Insanity. Streamer dressed like cat gets angry at game. Who would have thunk? Everybody, who would have thunk? Ooh, we have no railway bridges though. Can we at least get a railway bridge in? No, we get nothing. No bridge for you. Or is it because it's not trying to go over anything? Can we get then a little narrow seaway there? And then can we anarchy the rest in? Yeah, lovely. Bodged. So we'll at least have one going up and down. I feel like we could probably, if we're feeling brave, get this raised up. Like that. Quite why it needs to dip in the middle. And then grab that one and that one. Like that. And then got a few little nodes in this. Move it is a strange and bizarre thing. Can't I move you without you doing that? How do we fix this? Game, how do we fix this? This ugly wibbly wobbly road. Oh my god, it's so wibbly. There's also a kink in it. There we go. And then got a wobble in the middle of that side as well. So annoying. Why are you doing the fadey thing? That was that one. This is this one. Right, so in here, that. So I think they are a lot higher than they were before anyway. Kind of need to work on that, but I don't really want to now that it's been a faff. Right, I want to do a little bit of tinkering here. I want to get that kind of at least kind of connected to land, and same with that one. That's fine because that's going to live in the water. And there we go, so we can finally unpause that. That feels like a lot of faff for not very much. But there we go. We've got massive office demand, which should probably be due to our education. And we've got more poorly educated people. Was it all the poorly educated people who left the city or something and are still leaving the city? Yeah, this is going to need a little bit of a rethink because people are struggling. There's not that many people coming in, so they're going to get backed up there, but hopefully once these are got past, you got bored. Hopefully they're going to be able to filter better. I don't necessarily want to put like a tunnel or something in and have them pop up separately. But hopefully once we get this port properly going, it'll kind of help itself. Now, how far away from this gate are we? We've got 1.1 million. I need more. So do we build another side of this port down here? And if we grab our port height and we kinda mirror this angle, or should it just be this height over here? I think it's probably better to choose this height and hope for the best. There you go, that mirrors that angle at least. And then this is our key wall over here. Are you snapping the stuff? You're a bit wibbly. A bit wibbly. And then this is why we need proper upgrade tools. The fact I'm having to resort to do this is ridiculous. That. Yeah, it's at least working now anyway. And then over here we need to pop in this end of the harbour. To parallel that. Should be able to do a right angle. Oh, you changed right at the end. Like that. And then should we go too long and then up this way? like that, are you? That's better. Trying to get rid of the kick though. That makes more sense. And then that can just be all storage. Once you get it going, just need to sort out these levels of this road. I presume they're all the right height, but let's just check. Yep. Right, okay, so let's pop in another little thing it's going to complain about, so let's get rid of that. Nope, it's over here. We can squidge one there. And we can squidge one over here. Right, so we've got two different areas we can connect to. So we will just anarchy this in. And what I will do is I will join these up. And then this can connect into here really simply. Or do we be a bit fancier? Like that. And then we can connect up to Chestnut, Chesthunt, and you can go into there. And then into here, and then back out again. They are not happy. It's been a very long time since we've had a billion missing worker notifications. Nope. Nobody wishes to transport goods anymore. Is it just because it's all schnalled up? Or is it actually slowing down? Or is there a bigger issue? That's stopped as well, so that's good. Is it just all these other traffic jams that are saving us now? This is starting to look good though. I like kind of really unique shape stuff, as you probably know if you've watched my streams at all. Are you okay? Okay. Exclamation mark any in chat. This kind of needs to be elevated to like there or something, and then nice retaining wall. Soften all that nonsense in the middle, soften all this nonsense. What I want to do is grab this because I think it goes up, doesn't it? Control H that. Oh, I knew you were going to do that. Alright, we're going to screw this up a sec. And then we're going to try and fix it. Do we need a lump? I find the purple very hard to see. There we go, nice actual slope. And now everybody's getting stuck trying to get out again. How frickin' dare you? Honestly, that annoys me. It's freaking equal. Thank you. Do not change lanes. Do you need me to give you completely separate lanes? Is that what it is? Oh my god. Pulling into this lane to then come out to the right. Well, fine then. Pause, because apparently we can't do anything with that. This is going to get reduced to 1 lane there. This is hopefully going to come out here. Can I attack this at all? I can stop you from switching lanes. Amazing. And then we get this to come into here. Love it. And it makes sense because that one's flat and goes onto there. This one slopes down gradually and lovely. I'll accept it. We shall make some loveliness out of a bad thing. They're all switching around. Hopefully they're gonna not switch back. So you switched across. Would you like to play this today? I'm glad. Don't think this is necessarily Hanamini, but it's good. I'm glad you like it. We've not had to do any DJing. Keep forgetting that I'm dressed like a cat and then I catch myself in my camera. Yeah, now they're all merging right, but that's fine. Could potentially let them have 2 lanes to come out. But I think you just need to leave them to it. I wonder if a lot of that traffic to begin with was everybody just getting everything in one go. And now it's kind of just people doing it as and when they need it. But how many goods have we actually got rid of now? $3 million. Get some cargo warehouses in, they don't quite fit. Unfortunately, because they're huge. We can, however, do that. Let's get you coming that way. What I want to do eventually is, once we get the secondary gate unlocked, is see if I can put an off ramp here and have this as a separate kind of area of the port, but still doing the same port, rather than a secondary one. I can't actually talk. What else have we got in here that we can put in? We've got these warehouses. I was envisaging having warehouses in this area and stuff. What else have we got? Bulk storage yard, we can get some of that in. Just looking for a nice place to put that. Let's try and put a warehouse in. Or should we trying to figure out if we could put a road in. Try and put a road in. Could get this stuff off of here, but I don't think it necessarily matters. Maybe we could do it this way around then. That makes sense to me. We put that in. Is that the right depth? No. That is the wrong road. I'm losing my brain now. So that's that, and then we'll come back over here. So this is an annoying thing about the ports. We have two different things to look in. One off. Something like that. And then we just need to squidge them back up to the front. I can't move them now. Ew. Right, so we need this to go back one. And now I don't know where it was. There. I know that's the wrong road, but that's fine. It's a highway, so it's not going to snap to it. Oh. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like having to go back over here to get to this stuff. There we go, though. That works. I'm going to upgrade that like that. you storing? Stuff. Doesn't tell me. Stuff. I turned that into two-way because I thought we were gonna kind of have that extend that way, and obviously it's crooked. Because why not make it flat? And then should be able to sneak this in here. I'm going to flatten this terrain first though then. Squish it there. That's upsetting, but we can fix that with retaining wall that does that. That's what we want. No, I'm getting confused by that retaining wall. There you go. What I should probably do is get rid of these people's houses. So we can at least look like we care about the issues in our city. See, this is the issue, is the fact that our route is going to be used by nottles, but I think, no, okay, you are going to crash into that bridge. But that's okay. But yay, a bridge has gone up. It's like our feeder saying pet. And this kind of makes sense to actually be bi-directional, simply so that anybody coming this way can actually turn back in again. Oh, and we got people in our cargo hub again. Lovely. I'm thinking, do we have a surface we can put here? Is that the same or is it bright? It's that one, it's the first one. I might try and do these as separate surfaces rather than one giant surface across the entire thing. Or not. Where did I start it? I started it there, did I? Okay. Strange. Have I clicked on the second one as well? Ugh. I am losing my mind. Sorry, I'm just filling in the areas inside of the harbour. So you don't even want to cut that in between these entrances. I want a bit of grass. But then this can go back to being coloured in. Do it like this. But always makes you think of on the patch. I have not seen the new stuff. This probably needs to get filled in, but it's probably going to get filled in with some kind of storage. If we colour in this section, like that. Downloaded the new series, watched the first 2 episodes, it's okay. Okay. I'm never really into it in the first place. I may watch it at some point, I feel. I literally have not watched hardly any TV though. I'm literally playing games constantly. It's quite funny. I thought that matched before. It just literally just matches the outside edge and not the road. Okay. Some lull moments. That's good then. At least this is some lull moments. Shall we? I know there are going to be trees here, so I'm going to put some trees in. Try and blend this in a bit better. Ignore the fact that I put baby ones in. Just the areas where I know that there's gonna be trees. What the heck is this road? What's going on there? Yeah, you need to come fix this road. It's bumpy as hell. one time robot trying to load the dishwasher using TS. Okay. Interesting. The only robot thing I know is Cheeseoid from Michelin Web. Which lives in rent-free in my brain. A robot that could detect cheese and petrol. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Have I seen that? I saw something about some humanoid robot. This probably makes more sense. Why was it bumping in the first place? I would quite like a humanoid robot though. I wouldn't be averse to having a humanoid robot. As long as it could actually do my dishes. First humanoid robot in the home, but he's very clumsy. Bless him. We're all a bit clumsy though. Like this could be trees. And then this is obviously trees behind here. I don't know if we're going to be able to like fit a car park here or something. That's all that. So you fill that little bit in here. If the game lets me. Just put a few in the back there just to cover that wall up. Get rid of these, please. No, you have to edit the settings, and I don't want to edit the settings just yet. Put these in. You're watching and thinking, if these glasses weren't plastic, you would have smashed those. Yeah, that's why they gave them plastic stuff. Cover up all the facts that you'd just be smashing stuff. But we're all going to have plastic tableware and stuff in the future. Because we won't be able to afford proper plates because we'll spend all the money on robots. Ooh, okay, hello, thank you. Yeah, this is looking good. Ooh, got a cruise ship. I don't think I managed that. And another. I might at some point try and get that to be a working bridge, but I was having a hard time. So can we put in stuff? How far are we? 6.9. So we're getting there to be able to put a whole new section in. I can't even see it. I want to see it. Are they identical? One's just stripy. Nope, slightly different. Yeah, because I want to work on this area next for this port, but we need those little extension bits. Ooh, what's happening here? Bit of mischief. Right, so we've spent a bit of time building a port, which is lovely. So rather than keeping working on that right at the minute and waiting for the stuff to come, I wanna try putting in, and I said at the start of the stream, I don't think we can have any offshore drilling on this map, unfortunately. Unless, is that a section of it, or is that just an island? Nope, that's an island outside the map. Okay, just tricking me. I don't think this map has any offshore oil on it. Annoyingly, whether we can make it ourselves by dropping some of this into the water just for funsies. And turn that into an offshore oil something or other. But we can have fish, because the map luckily has a lot of fish on it. And I'm very tempted to put like a little tiny fishing thing in here and then get this little fishing area, or this little area we had working as a little proper fishing town or something. And now we have poo problems. Why are you struggling? 79% piled up garbage. Well, could the people collecting the garbage come and collect the garbage? Because there's not much I can do about that, other than hope that they do it. Got 15 garbage trucks. Could we squeeze a little Japanese recycling centre in? Right, what we're going to do, pause the game a sec, we're going to move you there, please, and then that is going to connect in. Like that. And then we're just gonna do that. And then we are going to pop in a little Japanese recycling centre. Let's put it there so it's not directly in the middle. And hopefully that will help this shenanigan. Nope, don't want anarchy. Pop trees in the road. It's all going wrong. we fixed it? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. How are we doing? 7.7. Right, so as I said, I want to try putting some fishing into here. So let's get rid of that. Might need to pause again. See if we can squidge this in. Like that. Let's get our ferry hook back up again. I can't see. Let's do that. Lovely. And then a little bit of removing stuff. That's kind of alright there anyway. Put some back in again. Little bushes back in again, just to feather that edge. Heathery stuff. And then back on this side. Heathery stuff just encroaching on the edge of that. Lovely. And then we are actually going to need to move this if we can. It does not exist. I can grab everything except this. It is fictitious. Okay. Oh well. Right. So you are gonna go fishing. So you enter here. And you're literally going to fish in this little area. Oh, game, thank you, computer. Literally completely ignoring it because I am doing what I want. Oh, I've gone the wrong way as well. Okay. You love this song as well? I love this song too. What if we just do that? I wonder what they'd be fishing here. Maybe lobster. If I squidge something up, it's mucked up. Get rid of that. It's mucked up a bit there. Let's try again. I'm tempted to actually obey the game. Just in case we don't break it. Right. So, do you need a connection, or are you happy? I presume you're just happy. Hello, thank secure. Right, and then you have little storage buildings of varying sizes. So we might need to trash these two. Oh, I hate you. I hate you. What did you trash my lovely hotel? Find me hotel again. We do have these buildings now, waterfront buildings. No, I just want the where is the thing that used to be here? You're gonna make me go through everything. wasn't it? It was kind of It just looked like a lovely seaside thing. Oh, I've got all this waterfront stuff in now, which could potentially go in, but they're not really the right size. Probably scroll past all this waterfront stuff. The thing I want isn't actually a waterfront thing. But here we go, this is what I want. These motels. 6x4, perfect, here we go. Don't think it's the right colour, but the same colour, but that'll do. Took a little while, but we found it. Now I'm going to move this again, hopefully it's not going to destroy it. Because I can't rotate this annoyingly. There we go. So we're gonna go fishing. Oh, that's what you do. You have to put the pier on, don't you? That's what you have to do. This might need a little bit of a rethink. Right. How far out do we need to build this pier? Okay. Pier like that. Okay. That's how it has connectrons. Fiddly. That go into there. These come into here. And then we can put the thing back in. I will eventually get used to all this. You don't have very far to go. Perfect. Fun pause. That's hilarious. Are you gonna have a fishing boat? It creates that much money and stuff. It's got that much storage. Might have to mess with that at some point. Annoyed that that has to be so huge. Looks a little bit incongruous. And there's boys everywhere. How many people are using our little ferry routes? The bay one hardly any use, but it is just there for decoration. And then 60% versus 14. Get rid of that many boats just to clear a bit of space. How are we doing with our port? We're still on that same amount. Oh, there we go, it's gone up again now that I'm looking at it. It only works when you look at it. We need to look at death care at some point. Shall we have a little look at our production tab, because we haven't looked at it today. And the fancy new production tab that we have. We've got deficits, well not deficits, but processings. Deficit in fish. So we've just done fish. Oil deficit. Stone. I'm going to close that because I don't really care about those. A little tiny bit of stone really in the grand scheme of things. And then about half as much as we're already producing of oil. So we do need to sort oil out. And I think it would be fun to try and see if we can make our own offshore oil in here, and we can like just turn this into an island, put that underwater and see what happens. It does only seem to work when you look at it. This bridge is chocker. Do people hate this bridge? Is that what's going on? Literally never goes up. It is 3 lanes. It everybody is being stopped by these traffic lights. Which is kind of ridiculous because nobody should be going anywhere else at the minute anyway. Unless they're doing a U-turn. Why are you doing U-turns? Where are you going? Yeah, I did say I was going to upgrade this, so we'll do that before I forget. Thank you. Now my plan originally was to harness this loveliness and force everybody in the who comes into the port into here. But I don't know whether we need to do it. Because now that that initial horrible surge has gone, it seems to be okay. This comes all the way down here now. Where are you going, for instance? You're going to here. You're owned by this particular establishment.
Entertaining gentlemen callers in the whorish fashion. And now I have nuts to attend to.
Hi Shay, thank you for claiming your daily sausage roll, my love. 37 is a lot of sausage rolls. Please enjoy it with one or both hands. Happy Halloween, my lovely. Happy Halloween. I'm just like a cat. Meow. $37 all at once, please. Thanks. Okie dokie, I'll sort that out for you, my lovely. And you can go into a coma. I don't think you should be allowed to park on the side of the road. Not here. See, they're all in the car park now. Smart choices. And certainly you shouldn't be parking there. Don't mind it on that side road. Should this get pulled all the way down there? I think it probably should, you know. Do that, because then we can put grass on the side of it, and lovely trees. There's a lovely entrance to the city. Nobody at the airport. We do not ship stuff via cargo here. Bless them. There's nobody here. Well, folks, you know what? It is time for me to save this game in a lovely position and to press this button over here and me to press exit to desktop. Spoopy background, spoopy. And then we need to go find somebody to raid into on Halloween. The Smiths. Who is on Twitch at the minute? Okay. Who is playing cities at the minute? Is it everybody? It's me. Not that many people, surprisingly. Just me. How about Cities 1? And we should just go find a cutie pie. Not that many people. Not that many people. Yeah, she's just finishing, I think. Woody. Let us try and find somebody. Were they on? Were they on? Or do I not follow them? Oh no, they are on. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing that though. Let us find somebody. Love them. You can't listen to them in your car. They're not coming. Yeah, they're not necessarily. They would make you want to plow into a tree. Hmm. Right. You know what, guys? I am just gonna end up. I can't find anybody completely suitable, and y'all are gonna go find somebody who you want to go hang out with anyway. So I'm not gonna stress too much. But I will be back sometime this weekend. I don't know if it's tomorrow or if it's Sunday. It might be tomorrow instead of Sunday. and we will play The Sims or something. I actually have no idea. So please keep alert for alerts. But yeah, I'm just going to finish. So thank y'all for being here. Y'all are lovely. Mikey, thank you for the resub as well. I noticed that right at the beginning. I hope you had a good day at work and stuff. But yeah, Woody, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Kitty Cat, thank you for making me wear a Tanuki head for a little second and I forgot to turn it off. But thank you everybody for claiming the day, sausage rolls and stuff. But I will see y'all at some point. Happy Halloween!